We begin with Angola. Angola is currently a business management student. She'd eventually like to start her own fashion line, but first plans to work as a motivational speaker. Angola. Argentina.
Argentina told us her mother taught her the importance of being strong and giving back. In her spare time, she enjoys visiting special needs children in the hospital. Argentina.
Aruba. Aruba has a marketing degree, but would like to go to grad school to study fashion merchandising. She envisions herself as a marketing director for a fashion magazine in the future. Aruba. Australia.
In 2011, Australia traveled to Vietnam to volunteer at an orphanage for disabled children. Her dream job is to eventually become a surgeon practicing in developing nations. Australia.
Austria. Austria started taking piano lessons when she was just 6 years old. She still plays quite a bit, but these days it's just for fun and to relax. Austria. Azerbaijan.
Azerbaijan hopes to make modeling more culturally acceptable in her country. She said walking the runway is viewed as a hobby, but deserves to be viewed as a respectable career. Azerbaijan.
Bahamas. Bahamas ran cross country for 9 years and participated in track and field for 16. This 22-year-old even received a partial college scholarship for her athletic prowess. Bahamas. Belgium.
Belgium recently raised 14,000 euros to build a school in Cambodia. This 20-year-old is proud of the fact that she's helping hundreds of kids get a proper education. Belgium.
Bolivia. Bolivia told us she'd like to go to culinary school. This 19-year-old can already cook Bolivian cuisine, but wants to be able to prepare some delicious foods, even the ones that she's learned here in Moscow. Bolivia. Botswana.
Botswana would like to be a humanitarian and ambassador for all of Africa. She is currently majoring in fine arts, but plans to study international relations in the future. Botswana.
Brazil. Brazil told us that she is the most extroverted person in her group of friends. She has a habit of greeting everyone with a smile, whether she knows them or not. Brazil. British Virgin Islands.
British Virgin Islands is currently a high school English teacher. She says being so young helps her in the classroom, as she can make the lessons more relevant to the students. British Virgin Islands.
Bulgaria. Bulgaria would like to open an oncology clinic to help those who don't have the financial means to be treated. This 21-year-old is a breast cancer survivor herself. Bulgaria.
Canada.
Canada was a proud member of her country's Army Reserves. She was taught how to use machine guns and says she believes in striving for peace, but training for war. Canada.
Chile. While living in Miami, Chile volunteered for a local community center. She loves children and says she really enjoyed entertaining them and making sure they were safe. Chile.
Angola. Argentina. Aruba. Australia. Austria. Azerbaijan. Bahamas. Belgium. Bolivia. Botswana. Brazil. British Virgin Islands. Bulgaria. Canada and Chile. China.
China is a professional model and says she always is in a good mood. In her country, she's been called the Chinese Angelina Jolie because of their similar smiles. China.
Colombia. Colombia prefers consuming organic vegetables and never eats beef. She says that when it comes to feeling beautiful, the most important thing is to accept the way you look. Colombia. Costa Rica.
Costa Rica has been riding motorcycles since she was 17 years old. Everyone in her family rides, but she sold her bike after she moved to the city to study business administration. Costa Rica.
Croatia. Croatia understands the importance of giving back. She recently volunteered at a home for abandoned children. Croatia. Curacao.
Curacao is currently taking business courses. She eventually plans to use her degree to take over the 2 restaurants her family owns. Curacao.
Czech Republic. Czech Republic was the first Miss Universe representative in her country's history to have short hair. Since being crowned, she's even noticed a short hair trend in her hometown. Czech Republic. Denmark.
Denmark is currently volunteering for the White Ribbon Organization. She founded the charity to increase awareness of domestic abuse in her country, Denmark.
Dominican Republic. Dominican Republic has been singing since she was 8 years old. This talented crooner recently sang an Adele song live at a Miss Universe event here in Moscow. Dominican Republic. Ecuador.
Ecuador believes that if you work hard, you can accomplish anything. This 22-year-old recently started her own business selling alarm products with her brother. Ecuador.
El Salvador. El Salvador recently volunteered for The Others, a group that helps children in need. This 22-year-old enjoys playing with the kids and has helped raise money for their medical needs. El Salvador. Estonia.
Estonia has recently taken an interest in magic. She doesn't want to do it for a living, but she enjoys performing various tricks for her family and friends. Estonia.
Ethiopia. Ethiopia goes to school in a region where locals speak a different language than she does. There are 72 dialects spoken in her country, and she eventually hopes to learn them all. Ethiopia. Finland.
In 2007, Finland volunteered for an HIV support program in Ethiopia. She assisted project leaders by educating the locals and providing a Western voice. Finland.
France. France told us she's thrilled to be here in Moscow. This 23-year-old especially enjoyed visiting the Red Square last week, which she said is far more impressive in person. France! Gabon.
Gabon grew up in a small village with her grandmother. They lived on a farm where she learned how to catch fish and grow her own food. Gabon.
China. Colombia. Costa Rica. Croatia. Curacao, Czech Republic, Denmark, Dominican Republic, Ecuador, El Salvador, Estonia, Ethiopia, Finland, France, and Gabon. Germany. Germany is currently working on her master's degree in cultural studies.
Her dream job is to be an ambassador for her country one day. Germany. Ghana.
Ghana has told us she's able to eat whatever she wants without gaining much weight. In fact, this 19-year-old has only been to the gym twice in her entire life. Ghana.
Great Britain. At 17, Great Britain went backpacking around Egypt by herself. She rarely backs away from a challenge and only hopes that one day she can become a top network presenter like Oprah Winfrey. Great Britain.
Greece.
Greece is part of a volunteer team that has worked with the Red Cross for the past few years. She donates blood regularly and often provides food for the less fortunate. Greece.
Guam.
Guam's family has a chocolate factory in Australia. Luckily, she doesn't have a sweet tooth, but she does occasionally treat herself to their products anyway. Why not? Guam.
Guatemala.
Guatemala studied business administration in college. She'd eventually like to open her own cosmetics company to help create jobs in her country. Guatemala.
Guyana.
Guyana recently became an ambassador for peace. She was granted a special certificate for her humanitarian work in her country. Guyana.
Haiti.
Haiti would like to have her own cosmetic line one day. She recently took chemistry classes, which she says will help her formulate the homemade products. Haiti.
Honduras.
Honduras says fitness is very important. She volunteers for the Multiple Sclerosis Society as a yoga instructor and encourages kids to jump rope for the Heart and Stroke Foundation. Honduras.
Hungary.
Both of Hungary's parents are theater actors. This 19-year-old studied drama in high school and told us she hopes to be a movie star one day. Hungary.
India.
India is an engineer by trade but has always loved modeling and fashion. She hopes to be more involved in the beauty industry by the time she leaves Moscow. India.
Indonesia.
Indonesia is proud to say she's never smoked a cigarette. Her country's Minister of Health recently named her an ambassador for an anti-tobacco campaign. Indonesia.
Israel.
Israel says her role model is U.S. President Barack Obama. She got to have dinner with him
When he visited her country, and the two even have a photo together. Israel. Italy.
Italy has always wanted to work in show business, but says she isn't a stereotypical beauty queen. She enjoys watching police shows on TV and could see herself carrying a badge and gun one day. Italy.
Jamaica.
Jamaica volunteered for a government program that worked to reduce violence in schools. She enjoyed visiting high schools where she gave motivational speeches to students.
Germany. Ghana. Great Britain. Greece. Guam. Guatemala. Guyana. Haiti. Honduras. Hungary. India. Indonesia. Israel. Italy. And Jamaica. Japan.
Japan works very hard to stay in such good shape. In addition to weight training and yoga, she drinks a lot of green tea and foods that are high in omega-3s. Japan.
Kazakhstan.
Kazakhstan supports various charitable organizations. This 19-year-old is especially proud of her volunteer work helping the underprivileged and protecting animals. Kazakhstan.
Korea.
Korea's father became a successful engineer despite growing up poor. She always makes sure to give back to those less fortunate, donating money every month to children in need. Korea.
Lebanon.
Lebanon says she learned a lot about responsibility by working for her father. She was treated like any other employee and needed to prove herself by working very, very hard. Lebanon.
Lithuania.
Lithuania is currently working on her communications degree. She'd eventually like to be a beauty ambassador, helping women feel more confident. Lithuania.
Malaysia.
Malaysia worked hard to obtain a degree in architecture. She dreams of owning her own island where she can build and design a custom resort. Malaysia.
Mauritius.
Mauritius feels it's important to offset greenhouse gases emitted by human activity. This 25-year-old does her part by planting trees and teaching eco-awareness to kids. Mauritius.
Mexico. Mexico began working when she was just 9 years old to help out her family. She says the experience taught her a lot about maturity and responsibility. Mexico. Myanmar.
Myanmar studied finance in California. She says she'd like to have her own cosmetics line to teach the women of her country the benefits of makeup and help give them more confidence. Myanmar.
Namibia.
Back in 9th grade, Namibia told her friends she dreamt of representing her country in the Miss Universe pageant. She is very proud that she has finally accomplished her biggest goal. Namibia.
Netherlands.
Netherlands is an ambassador for the organization Free a Girl. She has proudly raised money to rescue several young ladies from terrible situations. Netherlands.
New Zealand.
New Zealand gets up at 6 or 7 days a week to work out. She isn't a fan of going to the gym, preferring instead to exercise outdoors with her personal trainer. New Zealand.
Nicaragua.
Nicaragua is proud to be financially independent. She has a great job and is able to live on her own without any financial assistance from her family. Nicaragua.
Nigeria.
Nigeria is a self-described thrill seeker. She recently went boating in a lake full of crocodiles and says that skydiving is next on her bucket list. Nigeria.
Norway.
Norway is an avid kickboxer and is close to becoming a black belt. This 24-year-old used to work as a Taekwondo instructor for both adults and children. Norway.
Japan. Kazakhstan. Korea. Lebanon. Lithuania. Malaysia. Mauritius. Mexico. Myanmar. Namibia. Netherlands. New Zealand. Nicaragua. Nigeria. And Norway. Panama.
Panama recently made a cancer patient's dream come true through the Make-A-Wish Foundation. She spent the day with the girl and was honored by the opportunity to brighten her day. Panama.
Paraguay.
Paraguay wishes she could have met Princess Diana. She really respects the way she lived a humble existence while helping poor people from around the world. Paraguay.
Peru.
Peru recently helped her hometown's regional government open a school. She even raised funds to provide the students with sports equipment and laptops. Peru. That is.
Philippines.
Philippines' father was a gym teacher, so she was exposed to sports her entire life. She was a varsity volleyball player in college and once completed a half marathon. Philippines.
Poland.
Poland has been modeling for nearly a decade. She turned her attention to acting when she was 20 and has now appeared in over 40 television commercials. Poland.
Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico once organized a fashion show for residents of a nursing home. She taught them how to model and even convinced a 97-year-old man to strut on the catwalk. Puerto Rico.
Romania.
Romania volunteers for an organization that raises funds for orphan teens. She said working for them has made her appreciate how much she has. Romania.
Russia.
Russia is proud to be a spokesperson for Operation Smile in Siberia. She says it's been an honor providing emotional support to children in need of operations. Russia!
Serbia.
Serbia is currently studying ecological engineering and loves to paint in her spare time. She's an international model and has walked runways in both Turkey and Milan. Serbia.
Singapore.
Singapore had spinal fusion surgery to correct scoliosis when she was 15 years old. She had to stop dancing as a result, but said she still feels blessed and lives life to the fullest. Singapore.
Slovak Republic.
Slovak Republic recently volunteered for an animal shelter. She's very adventurous and recently went snowboarding in the Austrian Alps. Slovak Republic.
Slovenia.
Slovenia played violin in an Austrian symphony orchestra for 2 years. She says New York is her favorite place in the world, even though she hasn't been there yet. Slovenia.
South Africa. South Africa is an ambassador for a non-profit organization that provides resources to vulnerable children. This 22-year-old says she's also passionate about rhinoceros conservation.
South Africa.
Spain.
Spain has worked with the Red Cross in Madrid, raising money for local hospitals. She loves to travel and once went swimming with whale sharks in Mexico. Spain.
Sri Lanka.
Sri Lanka believes Beyonce Knowles is a great role model. She respects the way she's not only just talented, but also a businesswoman and a mother. Sri Lanka.
Panama, Paraguay, Peru, Philippines, Poland, Puerto Rico, Romania, Russia, Serbia, Singapore, Slovak Republic, Slovenia, South Africa, Spain, and Sri Lanka. Sweden.
Sweden enjoys scuba diving and says she's always up for an adventure. She can't wait to pass her driver's test and hopes to one day roam her country streets in a brand new Mercedes. Sweden.
Sweet. Switzerland.
Switzerland volunteers for a children's foundation that stresses the importance of education. This 24-year-old is a real lifesaver, having once pulled a drowning girl out of a pool. Switzerland.
Tanzania.
Tanzania enjoys writing and would like to have a career in journalism. She recently helped raise money for her country's breast cancer foundation by auctioning clothes. Tanzania.
Thailand.
Thailand says Sir Richard Branson is her idol because of his creativity. She collects refrigerator magnets and told us she recently took a Thai kickboxing class. Thailand! You should Thai.
Trinidad and Tobago.
Trinidad and Tobago recently graduated college with an honors degree in advertising. In the future, she plans to work at an ad agency as a creative director. Trinidad and Tobago.
Turkey.
Turkey works as a professional model and is fluent in 3 languages.
She is an animal lover and recently rescued a cat from the streets of Istanbul. Turkey. Turks and Caicos.
Turks and Caicos is currently a biology teacher. In her spare time, she frequents her local youth center, reading to the children and grooming school kids for their local pageants. Turks and Caicos.
Ukraine. Ukraine entered her first beauty pageant when she was 17. She was a tomboy growing up, always preferring to play with cars instead of dolls. Ukraine. USA.
Before winning her crown, USA worked as an accountant. She recently began building a website designed to help businesses attain funding from the general public. USA.
Venezuela.
While finishing her thesis, Venezuela was also working and helping her sister raise a baby. She said being brought up under difficult circumstances helped to make her a strong woman. Venezuela.
Vietnam.
Vietnam would like to run a business that caters to vegetarians like herself. She hopes to meet Bill Gates one day as she respects his philanthropic spirit. Vietnam.
Sweden, Switzerland, Tanzania, Thailand, Trinidad and Tobago, Turkey, Turks and Caicos, Ukraine, USA, Venezuela, and Vietnam.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, that brings us to the end of our swimsuit competition. Let's give all our contestants one more round of applause.